know it's super dark. Let's go for a little walk. Let's take a walk together near the ocean shore, hand in hand, you and I. Let's cherish every moment we have been given. The time is passing by. Hi, Darla. I often pray before I lay down by your side. If you receive your calling before I wake, could I make it through the night? Cherish the love we have. We should cherish the life we live. Cherish the love. Cherish the life. Cherish the love. The world is always changing. Nothing stays the same. But love will stand the test of time. The next life that we live in remains to be seen. Will you be by my side? I often pray before I lay down by your side. If you receive your calling before I awake, could I make it through the night? Sing it with me, everybody. Cherish the love we have. We should cherish the life we live. Cherish the love. Cherish the life. Cherish the love. Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's beach report. It's super dark out here. It's not even 7 o'clock. I know it's loud. I wanted you to hear the ocean's roar. Hi, Christine. Hey, Laura. Hey, Darla. Hi, Maureen. So nice to see y'all tonight. It's beautiful weather here in Juno Beach. I paid $2 to walk on the pier, so I'm getting my money's worth. I don't care if it's dark, sorry, but it's still beautiful, isn't it? Right here, right on the shore break. Massive waves. It is peaceful. I'm sorry if it's super windy and it's hard to hear me. I wanted to do a show at the beach. Why? Because I can. Hey, Terry. I'm embracing the time change, actually. I'm loving it because this way I get things done much earlier now, and I get to take my sun bath. I can go as early as 10:30 and get maximal sun exposure. So there's that. Hi, Janet. Can you see me okay? I know it's really super dark. Is that better? How's everybody doing? Hi, Johnny. Yeah, comments like that could get you banned. So, I wanted to remind everybody, thank you, Darla, that it's almost Veterans Day. And I wrote a book that is very veteran oriented. My first book, it's called Like It Was Yesterday, A Journalist's Files Since 9/11. And I'm going to donate that book to a veterans event that I will be attending on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Hey, Fearless. Good to see everybody tonight. All my friends are out in full force. So it feels like a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go, or even if we're not dreaming. Yeah, it's a whole new world actually for me here on YouTube. Now I am a YouTube partner, which is really awesome because eventually I will be making money with YouTube. So I know I'm free, I'm free. Except I'll never make any money on YouTube if I keep having music on my show, because every time I do, I'm told that there's a copyright infringement and I can't monetize any of my shows with music in them. I don't know if thank you so much, Fearless. I don't know if I'm allowed to just sing from my heart, but that's what I do. And you know, I'm trying to find my way here with my new YouTube audience, which is actually growing and becoming much bigger than my Facebook audience. So thank you guys for that. Hi, Pedro. But I figure, can you hear me okay? Because if you would like me to do some of my musical renditions, you'll kind of get to know who I am. I'm always singing and I'm always breaking into song every chance I get. Anything that reminds me of a song, and I'm gonna sing. Sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. I know I'm off key. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. There, I found my key. Yeah, that's the thing about me too. I'm so far from perfect and I'm not a singer, but it's kind of weird. It's like people are kind of forcing me to really be a singer. And although I'm untrained, and wait, I got to show you guys what's going on over here. Look at all this water. Oh, that's somebody's fishing and they were just doing a hose. Interesting. Anyway. I know, right? Sesame Street, sing a song. Reminds me of Karen Carpenter. She's actually one of my inspirations for singing. And the greatest compliment I ever got from my dearly departed beloved husband was one day Karen Carpenter's song came on the radio and I wasn't singing, but my husband heard her singing. And he said, and he was Cuban, so he didn't really know Karen Carpenter. And he said, baby, that sounds like you. I was like, that's Karen Carpenter. I sound like her. And he said, no, baby, she sound like you. I thought it was like, wow. So we'll do a Karen Carpenter song. Another one. Let's see, which one? Nowhere in the world can there be a love as great as our love? There's nowhere in the world could there be a boy as true as you, love. All my love I give gladly to you, all your love you give gladly to me. No, that Karen, man, she'd go up and down an octave. I can't do it. Tell me why then, oh, why should it be that we go on hurting each other? Sing it with me, please. You know, that's the other thing. When I sing, I fully expect you guys to sing too with me, because you can drown me out, but you can also sing with me, and then we're doing a duet in your own living room. I think that's really fun. What do you think? The other cool thing about me as a performer, which I'm really not, but I guess I really am, is that I have this freakish talent that I know all the words, well, usually, to pretty much every song I've ever heard that I really love. So if you want to name a song for me to sing and see if I know it, that's always fun too. There we go, Christine. And Christine knows a song that I know oh so well. Let's sing it together. All right, Christine, I expect you to be singing in your living room or wherever you are right now. Let's go. If tomorrow all the things were gone I've worked for all my life, and if I had to start again with just my children in my life, thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we came and stayed. That I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I did the best I could. So again, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to be a singer. I am just really making a joyful noise unto the Lord. And if you ask me to sing a song, I will certainly sing it. If anyone out there really likes musicals, I know a lot of musicals, and that's always a good time. So if you have something that you really want to hear, you can see if I know it. I'll start with one of everybody. Everyone loves when I do this song, and this is from Fiddler on the Roof. Hi, Charlie. Dear Lord, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, that it's no shame to be poor. That is no great honor either. Would it be so wrong if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum. If I were a very, very rich, yiddle deedle diddle diddle man, I'd own a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with a real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. If I were a rich man, yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum. If I were a very, very rich, idle diddle 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 man, I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with the proper double chin, supervising meals to a heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Wait, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the slavins day and night. If I were a rich man, yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yaddle deedle deedle doodle diddle deedle deedle dum. If I were a very, very rich, idle deedle diddle diddle man, if I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray. Maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned man 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, yaddle deedle 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 diddle deedle deedle dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. But would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Do 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 do. How was that? Was that fun? Did you guys enjoy that? Okay, if you have another musical that you want to hear, or if you want to hear more Fiddler on the Roof, I know them all. So that's always fun. I don't know if they're going to smash me with copyright on that. They might. I don't know. How about, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. That song's been on my heart lately. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the rain is gone. All obstacles are in my way. I don't know, I'm losing the words. Sometimes I just move on to another song. Anyway, yeah, last night was I singing? Or maybe that was the day before. I'm not sure. I don't know. You know what? Time means nothing to me. Time keeps flowing like a river to the sea, to the sea. I don't know. I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. Yeah, I am a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'll sing my very favorite country song for you next. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. Oh, did I sing at the bridge? I don't even remember. I'm crazy. Hey, Morris. Crazy for feeling so blue. I know, Morris. I'm so happy I'm singing all the time. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. Hi, Annie. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worried, why do I let myself worry? Yeah, I'll be at Double Roads next week, Peters. Wondering, what in the world did I do? Ooh, oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying and crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. You know, most people love my singing, but every now and then I do these shows and inevitably somebody comes on and tells me to keep my day job. Well, too bad for you. This is my day job. Anyway, yes, I'm over here. I'm a Facebook reject. Facebook falsely accused me of something horrible that I would never do. And it spurned me to come over to YouTube and really utilize my YouTube channel until it got monetized and I became part of the YouTube Partner Program. I am so excited to be part of the YouTube Partner Program, especially at this time, at this stage of the game, when President Trump is about to come back in office. Speaking of which, who all thinks that that last election was stolen? Raise your hand. That would be me. And it has never been more evident than seeing all the early voter turnout, and actually the turnout for this election, proving once and for all that the last election was absolutely stolen. Hi, Thomas. Yeah, Morris. Trump, 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 Trump. So all the truth is about to come out, and it's really funny because I was looking it up to see what are the lamestream newsers saying about the stolen election becoming so evident, because it's all over Twitter. And if you type in stolen election on Twitter, X, aloha, then you realize, like, there's graphs and stuff. Like, it's very, very obvious that old Sleepy Joe never got 81 million votes. And the last 3.5 years have been a horrible, horrible coup, or whatever you want to call it, but treasonous, traitorous actions of a criminal regime that took over our country and treated us very badly. I will never forget how badly they treated us. Hey, Oak Ridge, it was nice, and I think that heads need to roll, because if we don't do something about it while we have all the power, it will happen again, 100%. We cannot be those lovely, fair-minded. There is no fair at this point, right? It is fair. It is fair that they only get what's coming to them after what they did to us. And realize that if they had taken power right now, we would get no mercy. No mercy. In fact, you're so right, Morris. People like me would be actively hunted down and taken to jail. Just like the J6ers and just like anybody who says anything online, including that dude who made a comment about the wildebeest and actually has to serve jail time. So yes, Annie, I'm at the Juno Beach Pier. It's really dark out. I'll show you guys what it looks like though. It's very beautiful, but yes, it's very dark. I don't know if you can see the ocean, but there's the beach. And look at that moon. It's a crescent moon. It's gorgeous. Yeah, Spirit trending on truth today is treason. Not surprised at all. So yeah, it's water and wind that you're hearing right now. Can you guys hear me better now that I'm walking like this? I don't know. But if I turn around, like my hair is literally in my face from the wind. It's not pretty. Here, I'll show you. You know, I'm not on here to be pretty. I'm a journalist. I'm giving you the news. Also, though, I do want to remind you again that this show is brought to you by JillBooks.com, where you can purchase my book, like it was yesterday, A Journalist File Since 9/11, and my new book, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? A mind-blowing adoption story. Indeed, it is mind-blowing. Yeah, no, oh, it got windier? All right, is it better like this? Because I feel better like this when I don't have hair in my mouth. That's a bummer, right? Anyway, hi Donna. Thank you, Annie. Hey Squatch. So, hey Harley. Hi. So I did get good rest. I actually had a really good night's sleep. I slept like a baby. Well, and another reason why I'm sleeping so well is that I am on this huge quest to lose, well, I'd like to lose 20 pounds. I'll settle for 10 or 15. But ideally, I'd like to drop 20 pounds. Thank you, Harley. I've been, and for those of you who don't know me, I talk about diet and exercise and weight loss and things like that a lot because I actually have an eating disorder that I've had since I was a teenager. So I'm a little bit obsessed and use myself as a guinea pig. So this week this week I'm fasting, and I love fasting. It's something that I think actually has helped me to heal my overeating tendencies, because every time I fast, I'm so happy right now. I'm like the happiest girl ever. But you know, I don't want to talk about politics so much anymore, because I feel like unless we really need to talk about it, let's move on to some other subjects and, you know, get back to our lives now that the adults are back in the room. I mean, of course, I'm a journalist. I'm always going to talk about politics. And I love politics, actually. I'm fascinated by the ongoing movie that is our lives lately. It doesn't seem real, does it? It seems like a movie. But if you're going to get all queued up about it, if you know what I mean, trusting the plan. Oh, cool, Holly, fast with me. I'm actually, I'll be 48 hours fasted at 1 o'clock this evening. So I just hit 40 hours. Oh, thank you, Morris. I'm glad. Thank you for subscribing. I'm getting a lot of subscribers, which is really exciting for me, because it makes me see that, you know, I don't need Facebook. It's not about Facebook. It's about me. It's my party and I'll sing if I want to. Talk about politics if I want to. Make up songs if I want to. You would do it too if it happened to you. So yes, I'm a one-woman show, but all right, so let's talk about diet. It's fun to talk about diet, isn't it? I love you too, Annie. And I love you on the tube. Anyway, for those of you also who are new to this show, a lot of the people who are already on here have been watching me for years. And they are my long-term Facebook people that I've helped to migrate over to YouTube. Because unless you haven't figured it out by now, Facebook is not your friend. But YouTube didn't used to be my friend either. But right now, I'm in good standing, and they tell me that I could actually, pretty soon, I will have enough hours to get advertisements on my page. So if you don't like the advertisements, sorry. I hope that they are for things that I approve of. I'm not really crazy about that, but if you're going to advertise something, hey, I'll advertise my books. Like it was yesterday, Journalist Files since 9/11, and Do You Think About Me on My Birthday, which is my very newest book, and my birthday is at the end of this month. So if you like my show and you want to give me a birthday present for all my hard work, it took me 40 years, literally 40 years, to write Do You Think About Me on My Birthday. So it's an amazing project. And, you know, it just goes to show that it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to finish a lifelong project. The fact is that you finish it. You know, even if you have a book that you've wanted to write your whole life, and maybe you started it years ago, it is never, ever too late to pick it up and do something with it. Yes, I hope it makes me money, but really, you know, I mean, because a girl has to make a living. You just can't live in this world without making a living. However, I also, you know, I sell books, so I'm not just here, as they like to accuse people like me, of begging for money. I'm not begging. I'm trying to give you guys a great show, because the Beach Report is really fun. And these people who have been watching me on the Beach Report for nearly 10 years now will tell you that we always have a really good time. So Harley, nobody can make me feel anything but myself. And I also like to talk about things like that too, because boy, oh boy, I have been through the craziness of relationships and 2 marriages. My husband passed away. My second husband passed away 2 years ago. So I'm on a grief journey that I don't know if I'll ever get off of, but it's okay. Grief journeys are what they are. They are journeys, and I know that I will see my husband again in the afterworld, in the afterlife, when it's my time. But it is not my time, and it was his time, and I helped him to meet Jesus, actually, because he is Jewish like I am. I was raised Jewish, and my husband actually was raised in Cuba, where you weren't allowed to be religious, and certainly not Jewish. So one of the reasons that my husband became an animal wrangler was because the Jewish families that he grew up with, they didn't go to synagogue. They weren't really allowed to practice Judaism, so they met at the zoo, and that was where Ray got his love of animals, was at the zoo. Harley, that's so fascinating, and I think you should write a book about dying. And I'm sure that you had, well, I'm not sure. I'm going to ask, did you have some amazing experiences while you were so-called dead? I'm really fascinated by life after, well, near-death experiences, because if you're dead, you can't really talk about it. However, when my husband was dying, he saw all his family and his friends, which tells me that death is definitely not the end, and that your family and your friends, they come for you when you're dying, and you're never alone. So you can't take it with you. Is that an American flag behind me? I don't think it is. You can't take anything with you, like, you know, you can't take your car, you can't take your house, you can't take those things with you, but you do take your relationships with you, which is such great news, right? Okay, so Harley, oh, I'm so fascinated by what you're saying. And Annie, that's the other thing, you guys. You are now exposed to the wonderfulness that is Annie Zafiros. She is a truly unique and special individual. She talks about being special needs. Annie, if you would please in the comments tell everybody about yourself, because it is fascinating, and Annie gives us an insight into somebody who has a genetic disorder. And she said that it's like going through the grief process through special needs and a disability. But you know, Annie, something that I've heard about people who are born with special needs and disabilities is that you all are so special. God loves you so special that you're like kings and queens on earth. And when you get to heaven, I think you're treated really like super special. I mean, not that we all aren't, but there's something super special about those with disabilities who choose to go through this world, through this life with a disability. So Harley says, I saw myself looking over my motorcycle and my wife selling it off. Whoa, did that really happen? So you felt like you were in the room with people even though you weren't, you were somewhere dead? That's really interesting. Then when I came back home, I said, you did not sell my bike, but I'm crippled by COVID since 2021. I'm so sorry. You allowed me to hang with you at a Trump rally. Wow. Wow. Very fascinating, Harley. Thank you. You feel free to tell us any more about your experience, because I think it's important for us all to know that death is not the end of anything. Holly's on her 7-year grief journey too. Oh my God, your son. I can't even, girl. Now I'm gonna cry. And Holly's one of my readers too. I am so sorry, my friend. Losing a child, I think, has to be the worst unimaginable pain any parent could ever go through. Anyway, the great thing about the Beach Report being on YouTube is that it is interactive, and I talk to you and you talk to me, and that's a lot of fun, because I don't do my show for, you know, just myself. Of course, I'm doing it for you. And the one thing that the people always tell me that they love the most about the Beach Report is going to the beach. So unfortunately, it gets dark early, and sometimes I don't make it to the beach on time to be in the daylight, but I am at the beach, and I hope that you're getting the beachy vibes and you can hear the waves breaking on the shore. And it's just gorgeous here, even if it's dark and nighttime. I'll turn the camera around again so y'all can see what it looks like in the dark. Let's take a walk together near the ocean shore, hand in hand, you and I. There's the pier. Let's cherish every moment we have been given. Time is passing by. I love that song, Cherish, because it's so true. You do have to cherish the life you live and the love that you have and everything good in your life. I believe that, well, sorry, it's really dark over there. I believe that the key to a wonderful life is appreciation and being appreciative for everything that you have. And I know that's why my friend Annie here is also such a happy soul, despite the fact that she goes through a lot just to get through the day. And she loves the Lord, and I love that about her too. Oh, Harley, you too lost a child. So yes, Harley, that is what the Beach Report is all about. Besides it being a kind of entertainment, talk, news, and learning, educational show, it's all about going to the beach. Because I do believe that salt water heals everything, even if you can't be there yourself. That's another thing about the Beach Report that I'm truly grateful for, is that I have this sort of a talent for taking people with me, and that you feel like you're there. I want you to feel like you're here with me at the beach. So it means a lot to me that you feel like...
Hey, who's that guy?
Oh, you scared me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was just photobombing you.
Okay, that's okay. That's the guy who's like the pure captain. Anyway, he did scare them, but Jesus help me then. But I have to say, Juno Beach Pier is a really safe place. But holy cow, that was scary. And that is something else that I also do to my followers. I scare you all the time because, yeah, he scared me, like really scared me. And I know that was sent by my husband, Ray, because that man was the prankster of all pranksters. Nobody loved to scare me as much as Ray did. So Thanks a lot, Ray. I know you're with me. That's how he proves to me that he's always with me. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off soon too, Annie, because I just wanted to take you guys to the beach with me just quickly to JUNO Pier, and maybe we'll be able to see the actual beach tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Oh no, tomorrow I have a special destination for you, but it'll be a surprise, so stay tuned. Tomorrow afternoon I'm gonna take you somewhere really fun. All right, you guys, well, ciao for now. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And again, it's a great week in America. I hope y'all are really happy. If you have people in your life who are wah, 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 and acting like they're super scared, just pat them on the head and tell them, don't worry. The adults are in the room. It'll be okay. Don't be angry with them. Just understand that they didn't wake up as fast as most of America did. But here's the fact. America has spoken. Thank you so much, Fearless. America has let the whole world know that we're not as stupid as we look. I'm so glad. I was really a little bit worried about that. And yes, please do pray for each family with special needs and disabilities and their kids. It's definitely not an easy journey. And it's something that I have actually been writing about throughout my career as a journalist. Because I do like to bring attention to, things that people don't usually think about. And if you don't have someone in your family who has a disability, you probably don't consider what other people go through. And Annie is such a great example too of the worthiness and the value of people with disabilities, because they make you realize, you know what, that girl, she's got it tough and she's still standing. So whatever you go through, God doesn't give you any more than you can handle. Even losing a child, as devastating and horrible as that is, you have to also understand that your child was so special that the Lord called them home early. And that's a wonderful thing. And you will see them again. I know you will. Harley says, I have found researching about the deaths during 2021. I was the lucky one to be here in 2024. Me too, Harley, me too. All of us, really. Because unless you haven't realized, this world is a dangerous place for the average human. I'm just gonna say it like that. Yeah, I'm sure y'all know what I mean. But it is up to us to do things to make our lives better. And I do believe that things like fasting will help us. Fasting is in the Lord's playbook. So, all Jews on Yom Kippur do a 24-hour dry fast, if you will. Dry fast meaning no water even. So if God says that you should do that at least once a year, that is actually how I prepared for the vote, was I've been fasting and praying. When you fast, you do get closer to the Lord. Some people say, and actually in the Bible, God says, if you're going to fast, don't tell anybody about it. Be real quiet. Because, people get a little bit intimidated by somebody's ability to go without food for an extended amount of time, because it is something special. Not everybody feels that they can do it, but everybody can do it. But some people are very resistant to the practice. Anyway, I really love it. It really does bring me closer to God, and it also brings me closer to my own body and makes me listen a little bit closer to my body signals, now that my body is actually going through ketosis and using fat for energy, and I'm feeling pretty good. Like I said, I am a little more than 40 hours fasted, and I've also been using a ketone meter. I don't want to pee on a stick. I don't like that. So I bought, for just 15 bucks, it was pretty cheap on Amazon. Not that I think you should buy on Amazon, because I also will not sell on Amazon. I was going to launch my book on Amazon, my new book, and reinstate my old book, but I've decided not to go anywhere near Amazon. I'm just going to do everything word of mouth by myself on this page, you know, I'm reaching more than 250,000 people. So if only 1% of y'all buy a book, that would be very awesome. Oh, thank you, Harley. And I do try to make people's lives better. I'm doing this show that we may all have a greater appreciation for life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, which is what being American is all about. And the thing about how I look, this is what loving the Lord looks like. This is what a life of gratitude looks like. Yes, I've got lines on my face. Yes, I have gray hair. But you know what? Everything you see on my face is natural. I don't do anything other than, you know, soap and water and some moisturizer. Actually, that's not true. I've been putting castor oil all over the place. So that's a new thing I've been doing, and I don't know, y'all think it looks good. It's the castor oil. They say it's like Botox in a bottle, and I'll never do Botox. I'm not into it. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, guys. You're always so kind to me. Some people aren't so kind, but guess what? I don't care. I'm not here to look fabulous, even though you think I do, and that's really nice. But it's really mostly about having a show that makes you guys feel like life is wonderful and worth living, and going to the beach. It's always about going to the beach, the most of all. If I didn't live at the beach, I would wish that someone would take me to the beach too, like this. So that's another reason why I do this. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to say ciao for now. Again, if you want to buy the book, jewelbooks.com, you can buy Like It Was Yesterday, a very important book, which is a history book for people who don't remember 9/11. It's all about 9/11 and the way it changed our society. I think it's a really important book. So, wow, drinking castor oil is supposed to be good for you, Harley. I haven't actually drank any of it, but because I just bought some that's, it's called, I think, 7 Minerals, and it's really nice. But I have put it in my mouth for oil pulling, which is also really good for your teeth. So it's working. Actually, I did just have my teeth cleaned at Dr. Noodleberg in Pompano Beach, my favorite dentist. And the dental hygienist there, she's amazing. So thank you, Darla, for your testimonial. All right. Yes, exactly. My book about 9/11 reminds the kids what it was like the day after 9/11 and 15 years after 9/11. So that's a really important story, because I don't know if they'd believe it right now, but it's all true. I'm a journalist. I'm not a fiction writer. I'm not a novelist, but I try to make my books, my stories, kind of read like a novel. Actually, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday very much reads like a novel, doesn't it, Darla? It's a fun trip. It's like a time travel back to the 80s. So anyway, I fully intend to be America's newest memoir writer. It's not novel, it's, what is it? Creative nonfiction. That's it. That's the word. That term was coined by a University of Pittsburgh professor back in the 90s, and I like it. Creative nonfiction. That's what I write. All right, you guys. And creative doesn't mean that I lie about anything. It just means I change the people's names and some of the names of places. So I thinly disguise a lot of stuff, but you know, you do what you have to do when it comes to memoir. Anyway, I like to relive real memories. All right. Wait, Harley says they do not teach it. No, they do not teach it. Exactly. That's why I wrote my book. So you might be very interested in buying a copy, and I hope you do. Helps the beach report continue. All right. Good night. Love you all. Have a wonderful, blessed evening. Ciao for now.